Welcome to the Unshakable Growth. I'm ST, and let's get started. Welcome back to the Unshakable Growth podcast. Today we are diving into the world of motivation, consistency, and staying on track with your goals. And who is better to talk about this than Nico? One of many people that I know who live and breathes consistency. Whether it's hitting the gym, eating healthy, or sticking to his routine, no matter what, Nico is a proof that determination pay off. If you ever struggled with staying motivated or keeping up good habits, this episode is for you. We'll be talking about what drives him, how he handles setbacks, and his best advice for anyone looking to stay consistent. So let's get into it. Nico, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me, first of all.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Well, I'm happy to have you here today. Can I get you to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Nico. I'm originally from Indonesia and I've been in Australia for about 7 years now since I first started my study.
Today, we wanted to focus on motivation and mindset. So, knowing Nico, he always goes to the gym and eat healthy, as I introduced him in my intro. What does your daily routine look like?
So I start off my day by going to the gym. I've been trying to start waking up at 5 a.m. daily in the morning.
Whoa.
So I just find um, it gives me more energy if I'm doing my workout in the morning. And after the workout, I would spend, let's say, 1 hour or 1.5 hour, depending on how the day goes. And I would prep my breakfast after and head to work, just do my routine, and then back home. I think that's pretty much what my weekday looks like. So, starting off by going to the gym,
Mhm.
work, and yeah, go back home and prep my dinner and go back to bed.
Yeah. So, you mentioned that you wake up at 5 a.m. So, I'm just wondering what time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 9 p.m. daily.
Wow.
So just to try to get a good 8 hours sleep.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I can't function the next day.
Mm,
So yeah, I am aiming to get that 8 hours of sleep
yeah.
throughout.
And has this always been your routine, or you started it, at some point of time when you are here in Australia?
I just started recently, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I never imagined myself waking up at 5 a.m. to hit the gym previously. I guess it's because the influence of social media, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. And the influence that I get from this habit is actually I can feel the good from it. So I guess I just keep pushing through
Wow.
from then.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've been incorporating it since then. I would say
Nice.
6 months, I
6 months now?
6 months now.
Wow. And do you
Yeah.
mind sharing if what was your previous routine look like
hmm
before the 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. routine?
Mm.
Was it like a more normal routine for like normal people?
I guess it's just the difference of the timing of my workout.
Mm-hmm.
So as opposed to the 5 a.m., I
Mm-hmm.
would go straight after work. So 5 p.m. instead of the 5 a.m.
Right.
But in general, the routine would still look the same.
Mm.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just starting later in
Starting
the day.
later,
Yeah.
yeah, rather than earlier. So,
Okay.
mm.
And just wondering what initiated you to being so motivated in start working out and
Mm.
also eating healthy.
I seriously never planned this whole habit
Mm-hmm.
to be to be lasting this long, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I guess the reason why I'm doing this whole thing is because the lifestyle, I guess, and um, the impact of how consistency of working out can give your body so much
Mm.
in terms of like at least for me, I feel like I have more energy throughout the day,
Mhm.
as well as like just thinking of what's the good for your body as well, as in like um I care so much about the food that I put through in my body,
Mm.
and then how it impacts generally for my whole well-being. I guess that's the main reason
Mm.
of why I am doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
And it gives me the feeling of accomplishment as well.
Yeah.
Like if you eat well and then if you
Mm.
work out well. So yeah, I guess that's just
Wow.
yeah, the motivation behind it.
Yeah. Really being mindful of what you put through to your body. I really love that one.
Exactly.
And do you mind sharing how many times do you work out per week and what kind of workout are
Mm,
those?
mm. So I aim to do it 5 days per week. It's a
Mhm.
combination of obviously strength training, which I do quite often. And the 20% out of my workout routine is more so I like morning run, right?
Mhm.
So I count it as my cardio program. I do it not much. I hate running, guys. I hate running. But I just try to make it as enjoyable as I could
Mhm.
by instead of just cardioing at the gym, or running the treadmill, I try to sort of do it with the nature, for example, like run at the beach or run at the
Mm.
park. So yeah, I think that's what my workout looks like. So 80% of strength training
Mhm.
and weightlifting, and 20% is more so the cardio part.
Mm. I like how you said you are running it at the beach or the park where
Mm,
you included it with nature. Do you
mm.
personally love the nature as well?
I love being out. I love
Right.
being
Out
out
and about.
there, out and about.
Mm-hmm.
I like exploring as well. Um, it's very weird, right? When I moved to Australia, I suddenly fall in love with nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never imagined myself being like, oh, being out and about, run in the nature. I've
Mm-mm.
never imagined that before. But yeah, I just love nature so much,
Yeah.
especially when the weather is good. Like like Sydney has so many beaches, like,
Mm.
and like many good parks to be nestled in. So
Mm.
yeah, I guess nature is my best friend now.
Oh. I'm glad to hear that because I do see a shift in my personal
Yeah,
routine as well.
yeah,
Like I don't used to go hiking back in Malaysia. I
yeah.
guess probably it's the temperature as well, more humid
Right.
back in Malaysia, and then it's drier over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so many like scenic lookout and those hike. I love hiking more than beaches, but
Yeah.
it's still a good way to
Mm.
put myself closer to the nature.
Yeah, yeah.
And one thing I really like about it is that I recently read a book. It's called Atomic Habits, and then they said make it there's like four tips of it, right? It says
Mm-hmm.
make it easy, make it obvious,
Mm-hmm.
make it satisfying,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember what
Mm-hmm.
one more of it. But anyway, what I can hear from the routine that you are doing is that because you love nature, so you're making it like a reward for yourself while
Mm.
doing the
Mm.
run, which is something that you don't like. So
Mm.
you combine what you love and what you don't like
Mm.
and make yourself do it.
Mm.
So I
Mm-mm.
think that's really
Yeah,
important
yeah.
tactic or a tip for someone that wants to do something that you don't really feel like doing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that.
Mm,
With obviously um because working out itself is already like it's a hard habit to incorporate, and then once you have that rewarding system for yourself,
mm,
I guess it's making it easier for you to also achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, at least rewarding yourself is
Mhm.
important,
Yeah.
I would say. So
Mm.
yeah, make it, like make it flow,
Mm.
and then yeah, just have that sort of, rewarding system for yourself as well. So I
Yeah.
think that's good.
So I believe that is what keep you very consistent with your workout.
Mm,
So I'm just wondering, what do you reward yourself after like achieving that 5 workout days per
mm,
week?
mm.
Yeah.
Very exciting question. Um, I am a big foodie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like eating. I'm a sweet tooth. I like pastries. I like anything sweets. So one of the reward that I always tell myself is that, okay, Nico, after you've done this 5 days,
Mm-hmm.
you deserve to have that one or two croissants on the
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
Or like one or two matcha, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one of the reward that I tell myself. And the other thing, I guess it's um, you feel it's more about not a material reward, but
Mm-hmm.
it's more like the feeling of accomplishment as well.
Mm.
So yeah, I guess that's the main reward that
Yeah.
I give
It's
myself
the
to keep
inner
me the
drive.
inner drive. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can phrase it that way.
Yeah. That's good
Yeah,
to know.
yeah.
But we do know that it's not that every day or every week that
Mm,
we are so, at that high energy or high positive level
mm,
to accomplish things that
mm-hmm,
we plan for
mm-hmm,
ourselves.
mm-hmm.
So have you ever had some moments that when you want to give up?
All the time. I've had my not so good days,
Hmm.
and then I've had my bad days, especially like I almost feel like I'm giving up every single day when
Mhm.
I wake up, and then knowing that, damn, I have to be at the gym, right? So I guess to overcome it,
Mm.
um, it is now back to talking about mindset
Mhm.
and you know um try to be positive as to think of what you have achieved so far,
Mhm.
and there's no way of going back, right? So I guess how I overcome it
Yeah.
when I feel demotivated
Mhm.
is I try to remotivate myself by, for example, listening to podcasts
Mm.
or like motivational YouTube videos, and yeah, having that mindset of being consistent,
Mm.
and look at how far I have
Achieve.
achieved
Yeah.
so far. I guess that what sort of builds me up for success.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like how you said to look back
Mm.
how far we have come,
Mm-hmm.
because I think a lot of time, even myself, I don't always look back,
Mm.
and I just feel like I'm always not enough.
Mm.
So
Mm.
sometimes it's good to take a moment to look back
Mm.
and reflect, like,
Mm.
oh, the
Yeah.
all the path that you've walked through
Mm-hmm.
and what you have achieved today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Self-reflection,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not towards the goal that you wanted yet, but
Mm-hmm.
you have come like maybe halfway through. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need to give yourself some grace on that.
Mm.
Mm.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
So next, do you have any advice for someone who keeps falling off track and struggles with consistency? For example, if
Mm.
let's say I wanted to go to the gym
Mm-hmm.
for, let's say, 3 days a week, but
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it, what would you tell me?
I guess back to setting up your own personal goal, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. So look at where you want to achieve for yourself,
Mm.
right? Because everyone can go to the gym, but they might have a different purpose of going to the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess for myself, I go to the gym because two main reasons, right?
Mhm.
I want to have that healthy and a balanced health,
Mhm.
as well as I want to look good in shape as well.
Mm.
But other people might go to the gym because, you know, it's just, I think it depends on the purpose that you're looking at.
Mhm.
And if I could give like an advice for those that is struggling, I would say, you have to set your goals.
Mm.
So, for example, focus on your short-term goal and then your long-term goal, obviously, for you to go to the gym, right? For example, 3 months you want to achieve. For example, you want to lose weight, or
Mm.
you want to um, build your biceps, for example, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And then you just focus on that, and then you cross out your other focuses, and
Mm.
then put it for your long-term fitness goal.
Yep.
Like long-term fitness goal can be, for example, you want to have a stronger abs, for example,
Mm.
because training abs it takes some time for you to actually have it, right?
Mm. Yes.
So I guess, for example, back to your question, if you find like, for example, go to the gym for 3 days and you want to do more, I guess focus on the goal that you want to achieve for that
Mhm.
particular 3 months,
Yep.
and then you just do it. I think 3 days in a week go to the gym is fair for
Fair.
you, just to have like that healthy lifestyle to
Mm.
get running on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, my only advice is to have your have your goal,
Mhm.
and then build the mindset of also thinking about how to build that consistency, because
Mm.
it all comes from your mindset
Yeah.
eventually. So
Nice.
yeah,
All
so
right.
that's my advice.
And so we have touched on about those workout and going to gym, and
Mm,
now we want to look into eating healthy.
mm,
Um, so I'm just wondering, what kind of food do you eat, or is there any specific calories
mm,
or food intake that you will look into
mm,
to maintain your
mm.
healthy lifestyle?
In terms of food, oh, I am doing this 80-20 rule,
Mm, what's that?
where so 80% of your food has to be healthy, and then 20% can be like your cheat meal, pretty
Mm,
much. So for example, throughout the weekdays, which is the 5 days in a week,
yeah.
I would have like a clean food, pretty much.
Mhm.
I am not a very gym junkie where you wait your chicken breast, for example, and then you wait your veggies and all that.
Right.
I guess it's more about balance for
Mm-hmm.
me. And again, it really depends on like what you want to achieve, because I'm just maintaining right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to have that balanced diet.
Mm-hmm.
So 80% healthy, and then
Mm-hmm.
20% it can be like the sweets, it can be,
The
like
fatty
the
food.
fatty food, and then
Mm.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
Through my conversation for this first about close to 20 minutes now,
Mm-hmm.
I realized your golden number, 80-20.
Mm,
So
mm.
it is the same for your workout routine as well. 80% strength
Mm-hmm,
and then 20%
mm-hmm,
cardio, and
mm-hmm,
same with eating healthy.
mm, mm.
So that's the golden number.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I mean uh, it's back to the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to make it 50-50 before,
Right.
when I just first started the gym, because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want to push myself too hard, because I just started this whole habit
Yeah.
and then this whole lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized also, like, for I think it can be an advice as well for those of you who want to start like a healthier lifestyle, you want to go to the gym more frequently.
Mm.
You can do 50-50 first, or you can do 60-40 first, so
Mm.
you don't push yourself to over the boundaries, because if you push yourself too hard at first, then you
Mm-hmm.
will lose the motivation. and
Yes.
that's not what we want to achieve for ourselves, right?
Right.
So yeah, but you can say that my golden number 80
Yeah.
20 for now.
Do you think
Yeah,
one day it will be like 90-10, or are you happy with 80-20?
I'm happy now.
Yeah. Right.
I still love my croissants.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then another question for you is like,
Mm,
I know that we always love to eat out,
mm,
especially when our friends invite us, like, hey, let's go,
mm,
eat out and
mm,
things like that. But
mm,
you know that you have your strict diet, or you have that 5 days that you need to fulfill, right?
mhm, mhm,
Eating healthy.
mhm,
So how do you maybe not reject, but
mhm,
how do you go about this?
mm. All right. So whenever I hang out with my friends, right, especially on a weekday,
Yeah.
um, I would. This is my a little tricky note to all my friends, like my friend would know. I would tell them, can we please go to a restaurant or a place where it's not all just pork belly, for example. At least it has like a chicken or beef and options for me to fulfill my protein intake, right?
Okay.
But I don't go off by rejecting them, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if my friend still asks me to like go somewhere, like for example, Thai food,
Mm.
I would. It's. I think I'm not very strict about having those green curry or whatever, as long as my protein intake is fulfilled. Like
Mm-hmm.
green curry still has chicken, right?
Right.
Chicken breast, and then pad thai still has prawn.
Mm.
So I guess I'm not that very strict person who will constantly reject my friends when they ask me to go
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that's how I cope with all my friends' invitation
Yeah.
in that case.
All right. So you guys, if you are inviting Nico out for dinner, find a place with multiple protein options.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm,
you touched on protein intake. Is there any like certain amount that you need to consume? Because
mm,
you did mention also like you don't weigh your chicken breast.
mm, 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 mm,
Yeah. So
mm.
how do you go about that?
Um, I just, I think I just purely use my instinct, I'd say.
Right.
So because my weight now, let's say my weight is 65 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just multiply that by double.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how much I need of
130
protein. Yeah, something like that.
grams, or
Grams.
right?
Yeah.
130 grams.
No,
That's
sorry. No, 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 no. My bad. 65. Sorry, double up my weight.
130 kg.
No. Yeah, 100. No, 1,300 grams.
Oh, times
No,
30.
so yeah, it's right. 130 grams of protein that I need.
That's not too much, right?
Is it?
A normal beef steak would be 250 grams.
But the protein intake of that beef?
Oh, so it's not like the steak is 250 gram and that's it. It's
No,
the
so
protein part of it.
let's say a 250 grams of steak,
Yeah.
it might only have, for example, 40 grams of protein. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So like a chicken breast, for example, like one chicken breast, if I'm not mistaken, I
Mm-hmm.
think it only has like 35 to 40 grams of protein.
Right.
So yeah, if we are referring to the weight of the protein, yes, 250 grams of beef, for example.
Yeah.
But in terms of the
Protein.
protein of it,
Yeah.
could be less. So
Ah, okay.
I'm aiming for that protein intake per
Mm.
day.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. All
yeah,
right. That's interesting.
yeah.
And other than protein, is there any other specific nutrients that
Mm.
you need for your body?
Fiber,
Mhm.
carbs, and healthy fats.
Right.
So those four
Mhm.
are, I think it's important for all of us who, it's the recommended dietaries that
Mhm.
we should all take.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I guess mainly it's the protein as well as the fiber. For carbs, I normally try to cut it half,
Mhm.
because just the maintaining issue. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to cut down carbs, but carbs is good for your body to maintain your energy level. So
Mm.
it's a good um thing to have for your
Mhm.
body as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the top four, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah.
So would it be like top four, maybe like 60% protein and then 10% each, or like
I would say so.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Because fiber is very it's very needed for your body.
Mm-hmm.
It um eases your digestions
Mm.
and yeah, it's very good.
Right.
Always incorporate veggies and your protein. So
Mm.
yeah, good advice.
All right. As we
Yeah.
come towards the end of this episode, do you have any last advice for the audience? Perhaps in um, it can be anything
Mm,
like eating,
mm,
working out,
mm.
or even life advice.
Ah, I guess what I can say is for us to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, it
Mm.
all comes back to having a solid mindset, build a good consistency of your life, because before you start something, you have to believe in yourself that you can achieve that thing. So I guess the whole thing of what I can get from this whole podcast session
Mm-mm.
is, yeah, I wouldn't be able to be in this position if I didn't have that consistent
Mm.
mindset of going to the gym and
Yeah.
then eating healthy.
Mm.
So yeah, build that habit,
Mm-hmm.
be consistent, and know what you want to achieve. So
Yay.
that's my advice.
All right. That's a really inspiring conversation that we had with Nico. Nico, I just want to say that your dedication, staying on track with your fitness, your nutrition, and overall mindset is very, very inspiring. I
Thank you.
and I love how you break it down, not just relying on motivation, but building habits that
Mm,
keep you consistent.
mm,
And for those that are listening, if there's one thing that for you to take away from this episode is that small daily actions actually adds up. So whether is it hitting the gym or making healthier choices or just showing up for yourself every day, consistency is the key. So if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs that extra push to stay on track. And if you want to connect with Nico, we'll drop him his social media details in the show notes or the description below. And thank you for tuning in. And until next time, keep growing, stay unshakable, and take action towards your goals. Bye. Welcome back to the Unshakable. Oh my god. All right.
Oh my
I'm
God.
nervous.
The effect of not doing it
Yeah, for a while.
for a while.
Can I get you to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, I'm Nico. Um, I don't know what your intro. I guess to start with, um, I I'm so nervous right now. I see. Yeah, let's talk through the topic.
Yeah. Sure, let's dive into it. Thanks for tuning in the Unshakable Growth. Stay unshakable, and I'll catch you in the next episode.